Hello there everyone, you're looking at the Sci-Fi block for May 2016, unboxed by geeksubscriptionbox.com. Now these are always quite interesting boxes to take a look inside. Sci-Fi block now has been running for a few months. Tends to have a mix of sci-fi items, not so many exclusives, but some interesting ones nonetheless. It's quite a heavy box, just picking that up there with one hand as well. I've not looked at the custom list somewhere there. I've tried to avoid seeing the items inside. There, I've just cut through the bottom. So let's take a look. There's no particular theme to these boxes, but it's always exciting to take a look in this one. And we'll start off untraditionally, not with a T-shirt, but let's just because this Star Wars item here is so big. So we've got Rey there. It's a bobblehead. It's a bobblehead that's been thrown on the floor. But let's have another go. So there we got from the new film Star Wars The Force Awakens, which, well, the newest film. It's probably past the time of year now when I would say it was brand new, but very nice. Key character from the film. Is there any more information? Not really, but it's an official item from Funko. You can just see at the bottom, Star Wars, Disney of course. Now the Star Wars is part of Disney. It does seem a strange combination, but it works. There, and I'm going to guess, was this made this year or end of last year? Not terribly clear from a brief glance at the label, but there'll be more about that at the review. But always any big items to start off with, and let's move on to a T-shirt. And I can see a book under there as well, which is good, being someone who likes to get books. So, Life. Let's shake out the T-shirt and move it up to the top. Don't talk to me about life. Okay, I can immediately recognise that as a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Marvin, the robot, the depressed robot. So, and yeah, very, very nice. One of the best, I suppose, radio series, radio plays and books ever written. So, bit of a Hitchhiker's Guide. First time I think I've had that in a box. And more Star Wars. It's a can cooler. And you wouldn't immediately think can cooler when it's covered in fur. But presumably it's got that type of keep cool insulation inside. So you take this out of the fridge, your cold beer or the cold non-alcoholic beverage, and put it inside this can cooler, and it works. That's yeah, interesting enough thing. Might get used, who knows? Maybe it's a good way of disguising what you're drinking. And okay, a really great book, which I've certainly already owned, but it's the 60th anniversary edition of Fahrenheit 451. Now, I can't remember saying whether I own it on a Kindle or in the physical version, but it's certainly one that everyone should read if you've not read it. I think I've even got a comic book, graphic novel version of it somewhere. So, great Ray Bradbury introduction by Neil Gaiman, or Gorman, depending how you want to say it, who's great as well. Their classic sci-fi novel, one of those dystopian books. They're about Guy Montag, the fireman. So, nice item to have inside. Could do with more books. It's pretty one I've read. Now let's see if this reaction figure still... Nope. As is per usual with these, then this comes completely detached, because however they do this glue is completely useless on these figures. But hopefully we can all recognise that as Spock. There is Spock. These very traditionally seeming small figures, so his arms move presumably. There, yeah, and legs a bit. So quite a nice figure, but it's such a pity that these are already arrived broken, essentially. So other ones in the series, Spock, Sulu, McCoy, and Uhura. Interestingly enough, being Series 1, no Kirk. But, unless he's part of another Captain series or something like that. But a very nice figure there. I'm going to guess this is our final item now, and there was information underneath, is this print. And a slum... Is that Futurama, probably? Let's have a... Or Express, in fact, that's probably Superman, or maybe that's some combination of different items. Who knows? But it's an interesting enough print. We'll find out. There is one more item, BB on board, so we're certainly going for Star Wars this time. Not that these kind of stickers for me will ever get used, so I just probably count that as a freebie. A little tag, so who knows what that came off? Let's guess it came with a can cooler for now. So what do we have next month? We've got Independence Day and 4 exclusives. Aliens, Battlestar Galactica and more. Not been many Battlestar Galactica items in these boxes, come to think of it. It's a great TV show. Phone cases are coming. Not had one yet, and I'm not in any great wish to have one, so you can put that to one side. And here's the information card. So the main item is this 60th edition of Fahrenheit 451. Surprising that's counted as the main item, because I guess most people must already own it, but there you go. The T-shirt Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There, from Shirt Punch, yeah. Nice t-shirt. The Funko Reaction is the Star Trek Spock figure in pieces, the reaction figure there. The Star Wars Wacky Wobblers, so there's many different ones you could have had. This is Rey. The Star Wars Furry Chewbacca Can Koozie. There. Not real fur as it says. I've got difficult things to say this time. The Futurama art print, so yeah, so there is indeed Futurama there. Not billed as an exclusive, incidentally enough. And the final item, the BB on Board bumper sticker, which isn't exclusive, but it isn't exclusive. I won't say too much about that one. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items, including the couple of low value ones. Clearly not the best night for getting my words out. Been a long day and a long week. So there we have it, Sci-Fi Block, May 2016. Probably not the best one they've done, but there are a few interesting items in there, and it's great to have a book, and I suspect that's what helped contribute to a lot of the weight of the package. Do check out the full review, be up at geeksubscriptionbox.com, and do check out more information about all of these items there, and take a look at the other unboxing reviews of Sci-Fi Block and many other Geek Interest boxes.